But you would spend that $7, or you can spend six of it, you can spend just five of it, whatever amount you want to spend of it, and you can save the rest, or you don't have to buy anything. So basically, you would, the first step is to buy your new units. Okay, after that phase, then you do your combat moves. So basically, we would want to make any moves that would be attacking an enemy territory. So like right here, Japan owns this one, and it's worth 2 IPCs. And we have 3 infantry here. So we would say, okay, we want to attack that. Since there's nothing there defending it, it's like a free country. So we'll go ahead and move there. And I did that wrong. It looked a little fishy. Yeah, they're supposed to have 2 infantry right there. That's my bad. Looked a little fishy. Okay. Alright, so they have actually 2 infantry right there. It's my bad. Okay, so we probably wouldn't do that attack, the 3 infantry against 2 infantry, because once again, remember, the value of attacking with infantry is only a 1. And he already has 2, and they defended a 2 each. So basically, let's just say if I did do that attack, I would roll 3 dice, and remember, only ones would be a hit. And he would roll 2 dice, representing the 2 infantry that he has there, and he hits on a 2 or less. And that's how the battles go. You just go off the attack and the defense value of the units that you are in the battle. But okay, so this is our combat move. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is, okay, right here, West Russia has 3 infantry. Well, we have all this infantry, and Germany's right here next to Moscow. We need to protect our capital. So what we're going to do is we're going to move up 3 infantry right here. We're going to put a plane in that attack. And we'll go ahead and move this tank as well. And why not? Let's just move all the infantry in Moscow as well. Okay, so we'll do that attack. He's pretty strong here with 2 tanks and 3 infantry, and all we have right here is 3 infantry and 1 tank. We could, kind of split up that big attack, but for right now, we're just going to kind of keep it like that. So that's your combat move. You only got 1 attack that you would want to do right now. Now you can do anything you want. You don't have to just go off what I'm doing. You can just, basically you would just, let the enemy know what all your combat moves are before you actually roll the dice. You don't do it one by one. You make all the combat moves, and then you would go through and say, okay, I have an attack here, and I have an attack here, or wherever, if you had multiple ones. It just so happens we only have 1 attack. Okay, so now we've done our combat move. Now we conduct the combat. That's the 3rd step. So basically in this situation, we'll pull these units off the map, for the new people here. So Germany has 3 infantry, represented by 2 chips and 1 infantryman. And we moved in, let's see, there's 3 infantry. Here's another 3 infantry, a tank, and a fighter. So basically you would go through it like this. The attacking force would go first. So we have 6 infantry. You would roll 6 dice. Only one's hit. And then you would roll 1 dice for the tank, which hits on a 3 or less. And you would roll 1 dice for the fighter, which hits on a 3 or less, attacking. So then you would, let's just say, okay, we ended up getting 3 hits. Well, that would be all 3 of his guys. But he still gets the attack back. So the German player would get to roll 3 dice, and the infantry defends at a 2 or less, so he would get hits on 2 or a 1. So let's say he got 1 hit. We're just going by the average here. But the average would be, something like him only getting 2 hits, but we're just going to do it like that, just to kind of speed up this video. It's getting long. So we'll take off 1 man Russian, and we'll kill all the Germans. So basically now you own Western Russia. Okay? Now when you take over a new country, you cannot land your plane there. So, now that we've conducted combat, you would put a little marker, a national marker, on that country, Western Russia. And just to, let everybody know that now you own it, and you're getting the IPCs for it, the money. So basically, let me get out a national marker. Basically, everybody would have all these little units and little markers out already. So, alright, so now we put the little marker on there showing everybody that we own it. We go up 1 IPC. Now we're getting $8 per turn. Germany goes down 1, so they're only getting 11. Okay, now we can't land that plane. We have to land it somewhere else. Now we have still 3 movement because we only moved 1 to an attack. So we can land it 3 spaces away if we wanted to. What we're going to do is land it right here in Secaucus. Okay? And that would be, also after we took that over, the next phase of the turn is non-combat move. That would be you landing your plane and moving any other troops that didn't involve combat. Like, let's say we wanted to move one of these infantry guys over here to one of our other countries. Well, you can do that on this phase. This little sub up here, it can move 2. We wanted to move, let's just say we wanted to move it right there. Over here in C-Zone 6. It was over here in C-Zone 4, 1, 2. So we did that move. If we wanted to move any other units, we could. And that would be your non-combat move. Now the 5th step is you mobilize your new units. So whatever we spent our $7 on, let's say it was let's say we bought 2 infantry. Then you would add the 2 infantry on one of your factories. Now with the Russia being a 3 value as far as IPC, you would only be able to put 3 units there. Let's say you had a lot of money and you bought 4 units, you would not be able to put all 4 there. Because since it's worth 3, you can only put 3 units there. Same with Secaucus down here, it's only worth 2. So we can only add 2 units there. So let's just say we bought 2 infantry with our money, which would cost us $6 because they're $3 each, and we started with 7. So we would have $1 left over. So we're going to add the 2 infantry here to Secaucus, okay? And that's the most we could add there. So we had $1 left over, and now at the end of our turn, we're getting 8 IPCs, and we had $1 left over. So next turn, we would have the option of spending $9, okay? And basically, the 6th step of the thing is to collect your income, which is what I just told you. And that's it. That was Russia's turn. Basically, then it would be Germany's turn, and you would go and start over with everything. Germany, they started the game with 12 IPC, so they still have 12, even though they went down to 11. It does not matter until the end of their turn what affects what they get next turn as far as money. So they started with $12. So right now you would just start the whole process over, spending $12 on new units. And that's how every turn goes, and that's how every country goes. You keep going in order, and everybody takes a turn. You do, you buy your new units, you do your combat moves, you conduct your combat, you do your non-combat moves, and then you put your new units out, and then you collect your money. And basically that's how it goes. Eventually, one country will get weak and one will fall. And that's pretty much the game. There will be some details that I left out. And I can, go over it in the comments. Let's see. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else major that I possibly left out. And I think the way to win the game is in this edition. Every edition is different. In this edition, I think you have to, for the Allies, you have to own 1 Axis capital for 1 whole turn, which in other words, since America goes last on the turn sequence, they're the last one in that turn. And if you own like Tokyo or Berlin, after America's turn, that would be the game over. As far as the Axis, I think they have to own 2 of the Allies' capitals. And they would have to hold them to the end of America's turn. And I think that is it. Obviously, I didn't get into everything, but I will make another strategy video on this edition and give y'all some ideas. But basically, I was just trying to teach you the game. I hope this helped out. Subscribe to me, man, and there will be more videos coming out. And if you are a new player, for which this video is for, this is the edition to start with. There's very low dollar amounts in it and very little units in it. If you went to a bigger edition right off the bat, you're going to have 5 times the number of units on the map. You're gonna have everybody's gonna be getting like around $30 to $45 per turn. So there's a lot of decisions to be making. So I hope this helped out. This is the edition to start off with, and this edition once again was 1941. Just came out within the last year. Anyway, I appreciate the support. Any support you give me, spread my video, help out other players. Let people know that this video is out there now that you've watched it. If you have some friends who are trying to learn, and send me a comment if you got any other additional questions, or if you think I might have messed something up or kind of left something out. We'll address that in the comments. All right, appreciate it. Deuces, man.